सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानाम् अग्रे पश्यामि तेजो निबिडतरकला यावली लोभनीयं पीयूषाप्लावितोऽहं तदुतरे दिव्यकैशोरवेशं तारुण्यारम्भरम्यं परमसुखरसास्वाद रोमाञ्चिताङ्गैः आवीतं नारदाद्यैः विलसदुपनिषत् सुन्दरी मण्डलैश्च.
Gurupavanapure Hantabhagyam Jananam. Namaskaram to all the Astikas. Krishna had to finally leave the habitat of all the Gopas and the Gopikas, Vrindavanam, with Akrura, crossing the waters of Yamuna to reach Mathura. Reaching Mathura would have given joy to the residents of Mathura. That is why when Acharya celebrates Krishna's return to Mathura. Swagatam Krishna Sharanaagatam Krishna Madhura Puri Sadana Mruduvadana Madhusudana Iha Swagatam Krishna Sharanaagatam Krishna Mushtika Shura Chanura Malla Malla Visharada Kuvalaya Pita Nardana Kalinga Nardana Gokula Rakshana Sakala Surakshana Deva Nardana Kalinga Nardana Gokula Rakshana Sakala Surakshana Deva Kuvalaya Pita Mardana Kalinga Nardana. So all these incidents happened when Krishna entered. Let us go one shloka after the other as to how Bhattatri describes. Samprapto Mathuram Dinardha Vigame Tatrantarasmin Vasan Arame Vihitashanaha Sakhi Janairyataha Purim Ikshitum Prapo Rajapatham Chirashruti Dhruta Vyaloka Kautuhalat Stri Pumsodyada Ganya Punya Nigalaihi Akrishyamano Nukim Sampraptaha Mathuram Dinardha Vigame. After having reached Mathura very shortly, because they crossed the waters of Yamuna, Vigame, after the noon time, Vasan Tatra Arami, and after having rested there for some time in a garden, Antarasmin Vihitashanaha, on the outskirts of that city, and Vihitashanaha, after having taken that food, Tvam Yataha Yikshutum Puri, you did want to see the city. This is the city where he was born. Everybody will have some attachment to the place where we are born, right? We say, this is the hospital where I was born. This is the house where I was born. This is the street where my mother carried me along. So we have a certain attachment. So Krishna wanted to see. Tvam yataha ikshitum purim sakhi janaihi prapa rajapatham. Along with the friends, you all reach the main road. Kimno akrishyamanaha. It appeared as if you were being dragged. What? Krishna is being dragged. You know what Bhattatri says? Chira shruti dhrita vyaloka kautuhala stri pumsodyata aganya punya nigalaihi. It looked as if the punya, the meritorious deeds done of the Iha Janma and the Purva Janma of all the people of Mathura, the punyam had turned into chains and was trying to pull Krishna to the streets, because that punyam can get exhausted or experienced only when people get to see something that is blissful. Only if they see Krishna will they be able to exhaust that punyam. So that punyam in the form of chains was dragging Krishna, it seems. Kimno akrishyamanaha त्वत्पादद्युतिवत् सरागसुभगाः त्वन्मूर्तिवद्योषितः सम्प्राप्ता विलसत्पयोधररुचो लोलाभवदृष्टिवत् हारिण्यस्त्वदुरस्थलीवदयिते मन्दस्मितप्रौढिवत् नैर्मल्योल्लसिताः Kachauga ruchivat rajat kalapashutaha ayi. This is a slesha. In Alankara Shastram, it is called slesha, where you will have two meanings and they will run in parallel tracks, one of Krishna and the other of the residents of Mathura. Ayi. Saraga subhagaha. Saraga subhagaha. Raga is love. Saraga subhagaha, the expressions of love. And that too, saraga subhagaha. They are turned, you say blush. Right? When you shy away and then the skin turns a certain color, so that blush of love, that is a reddish tinge. Saraga subhagaha. Now you have to see one side the expressions of Krishna, the other side the expressions of the people, the women especially of Mathura. Tvatpada dyutivat, like the glow of your lotus feet. Tvatpada dyutivat vilasat payodhara ruchaha. The joy that had filled their hearts and their bosoms. Payodhara ruchaha. How did Krishna look? Payodhara ruchaha vilasat. He looked like those clouds that carry water. So when they carry water, they get dark, right? So he looked dark-hued. Twan murtivat, of your divine form. Lolaha abhavat drishtivat. Lolaha abhavat drishtivat, their beautiful looks. At the same time, bhavat drishtivat lolaha, desirous of seeing you. Harinyaha, the one who sports beautiful many garlands. The one who is also very attractive, because harana means to attract, to steal. He is so attractive. Harinyaha twadurasthalivat, just like the region of your chest. Your chest is so beautiful. Nairmalya ullasitaha, shining on account of that pristine beauty. Te mandasmita praudhivat, like the grandeur of your gentle smile. Rajat kalapashrutaha te. And now when Krishna was sporting peacock feathers, kalapashrutaha, and ornaments, te kachauga ruchivat, like the beauty of your hair. Kachaugham Yoshitaha Sampraptaha, the women assembled. The women with beautiful eyes, with horripilation, with their joy in their bosoms, with such beautiful looks, with their sidelong glances, they all came to see you, who with the complexion of the dark rain-bearing clouds, with a thick bunch of peacock feathers, with equal amount of joy to seeing them, and being very extremely attractive, and then with the expressions of love, you both met each other. So, the same shloka describes Krishna's state and the state of the women who wanted to see. तासामाकलयन्नपाङ्गवलनैर्मोदं प्रहर्षाद्भुतव्यालोलेषु जनेषु तत्र रजकं कश्चित् पटीं प्रार्थयन् कस्ते दास्यति राजकीयवसनं याहीति तेनोदितः सद्यस्तस्य करेण शीर्षमहृताः सोऽप्याप पुण्यां गतिम् Akalayan modam tasam, enhancing the joy of the Mathura women. Apanga valanaihi janeshu, by your side long glances, when all the people had praharshad bhuta vyaleshu, when they were overwhelmed with joy and wonder. Tatratvam prarthayan kaschit rajakam. Then at that point in time you spotted a washerman and you requested him. Patin uditaha iti tena, for a cloth, and replied by him. When you ask for a piece of cloth, when replied by him, kaha dasyati te rajakiya vasanam, who will give these royal clothes to you? That person asked. Yahi, go away. Ahrutaha tasya shirsham sadhyaha karena. That very moment with angulya grena tanhanyan, with the tip of that nail, you just removed him like this and he fell. Ahrutaha tasya shirsham sadhyaha karena, with your hand. Saha api apapunyatam gatim, and that too he too attained moksha. Thereby, even a person who opposed you attained moksha. Bhuyo vayakam ekam ayatamatim toshena veshochitam dashvamsam swapadam ninetha sukritam ko veda jivatmanam malabhistabakaihi stavairapi punarmala kritamanito bhaktim tena vritam dideshitha param lakshmim cha lakshmipate. He Lakshmipate bhuyaha tvam, O consort of Mahalakshmi, bhuyaha tvam, thereafter you ninetha swapadam, did lead and reside in that abode. Ekam ayatamatim vayakam, a large-hearted weaver. On one side the washerman refused to give, on the other side a large-hearted weaver. Dashvamsam toshena veshochitam, who gave you with extreme pleasure the garments. Kaha veda sukritam jivatmanam, who knows the punyam accrued by the jivatmas when you ask and that person gives. It should be the other way around. We ask, Bhagavan gives. Bhagavan is asking and that person gives. What punyam he must have done. Punaha manita malakrita. Malakrita, this particular garland maker, he is called Malakara. Malavihi stabakaihi, with garlands and beautiful, all the flowers strung together. Api stavaihi dideshitha, also hymns of beautiful praise granted. Param bhakti vritam tena lakshmi, great devotion prayed for him, and wealth too. So, when you asked for malas, he gave, so he was blessed. A person gave away the clothes to you. So, they had all done so much punyam that you have asked and they gave. What can we understand, Krishna, of this avatara wonders? Bhatta 3. Kubjam abja vilochanam pathi punar drishtva angaragetaya datte sadhu kilangara gamadadaha tatsya mahantam hridi chittastham rujutam athah prataitum gatrepi tasya sputam grinhan manjukarena tamudanayah tavad jagat sundarim tvam drishtva punaha pathi. Thereafter, having seen you on the street, abja vilochanam kubjam, a beautiful lotus-eyed woman, Kubja, but she was a hunchback woman. Datte Angeraga Sati, on being given perfume of Krishna just said, you are carrying some chandanam, give it to me. She gave it. Adadaha Sadhu Killer. And the moment Krishna applied it on his chest, took the remaining and applied it on her. Sadhu Killer, Mahantam Angaragam Tasyaha Hridi, with a great Angaraga in her heart. Athas Putam Tavat Prathaitum, it started reflecting on her body. Gatre Api Rutujam. So it's as Krishna applied and made some corrections to her body, because there were some vakrams, right? Some deformities. Api Rujutam Tasyaha Chittastham Udanayaha Tam, of her mind that was completely immersed in you. And when your touch happened, it transformed her. Jagat Sundarim, she became a Miss World, Miss Universe. Tavad Grinhan Manju Karena. And then itself, you held her hand and started playing. So, when I say started playing, it was a playfully done act. So, he just held her hand, applied, made some corrections. She became a Miss Universe. Tavad Jagat Sundarim, Kubjam Abjavilochanam. Started as a lady with a hunch, Kubjam. It ends with Jagat Sundarim. She became a Miss World, Miss Universe. So everything magical was displayed by Krishna upon his entry to Mathura.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादिदिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते। नारायण 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 नारायण। ராமாயணத்தில் ரகசியங்கள். ராமாயணம் தெரியும், அதுல ரகசியங்களா இருக்கு, தெரிஞ்சுக்கலாமே. அப்பேற்பட்ட ஒரு அரிய வாய்ப்பு நாரதகான சபையில் இந்த மாதம் ஜூன் 18 முதல் 22 வரை 5 நாட்கள், அதாவது புதன் தொடங்கி ஞாயிற்றுக்கிழமை வரை சாயங்காலம் 6 மணிக்கு அடியேன் நாரதகான சபையில பேச உள்ளேன். இது ஃப்ரீ ஃபார் ஆல், தெர் இஸ் நோ டிக்கெட் வாட்ஸோஎவர். கட்டாயம் நீங்கள்லாம் கலந்துக்கணும். முக்கியமாக இளைஞர்கள் கலந்து கொள்ள வேண்டும். யூ ஹாவ் சம் ரேர் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் தட் இஸ் கோயிங் டு பி டோல்ட் டு த ஆல் ஆஃப் யூ. எல்லோரும் கலந்து கொண்டு இந்த ராமாயணத்தில் ரகசியங்களை அனுபவிக்க வேண்டும். நமஸ்காரம்.